Hey everyone, welcome back to Garnock Reviews. At this year's Fort Lauderdale Boat Show, I was given a privileged opportunity to check out a 2021 Valder Yacht 66 Power Cat through my good friends at Luke Brown Yachts. Before sharing that video with you, I want to just give you a quick background on this boat because this is a very unique and rare opportunity. This is a carbon fibre catamaran that is foil assisted. She's 66 foot in length with a beam of 22.5 feet and a draft of 4 feet 9 inches. At the boat show, I was very fortunate to meet the company's founder, Wayne Valder, and Wayne has a distinction of being the only person in offshore racing history to win the USA, New Zealand, and Australian championships. He's an extremely knowledgeable man, but is very down to earth, and it was a great experience getting to meet him. And thanks to that foil-assisted hull, at wide open throttle, she does 46 knots. She's got a cruising speed of 31 knots, and at 10 knots, this one's got a 2,000 mile range. But what I love most about this yacht is the amount of comfort and luxury that's on board. It doesn't feel like a stripped out racing machine. It doesn't feel like something like basically any other boat I've been on. Just look at it whenever you step inside. All the woodwork, all the natural light you get from those wraparound windows, all the finishing materials. Now this one's got the galley located as soon as you walk in the door because the window in the door actually expands out, and that way it becomes part of the aft cockpit so you can easily share drinks and refreshments to everybody on board. It's also been designed so that you can easily use this for liveaboard use if you are looking at doing extended cruising. This has got all the comfort you could need, even got a built-in wine rack. You see here as we walk through. And being a catamaran hull, she takes full advantage of having that wide beam. And Valder Yachts do offer a number of different options for new builds, and I'm going to include a link to their website in the description, as well as a link to Luke Brown's listing on Yacht World for this specific boat. You can see we've got state-of-the-art electronics. Not only is she joystick controlled, but she's even got the controls right at the helm seat. So that way you can sit back in comfort. You've got all your multifunction displays, your engine management system, your autopilot, everything's all right at your fingertips. And leading down the passageway, this takes you to the Key West cabin. And this one has got a tremendous amount of natural light from those overhead hatches. Great amount of headroom. I'm 6'2", and even this far forward in the yacht, I have got no issues. Large island berth, pop-up TV. As you'd imagine, this one's fully en suite. I even like the art decor that's throughout the entire boat. It's got a personalised touch to it. And when you do step into the heads compartment, again, it's nothing like any other boat I've been on. And I like the fact that this one's got a separate toilet and shower. Also plenty of storage for toiletries and personal belongings. And as we head on out, I like the fact it's got that courtesy light beneath the bed. I imagine that's really impressive at night. You'll just find storage lockers, drawers and cabinets everywhere. They try to utilise space to the best of their abilities, and they do a fantastic job of it. And as I head aft, you'll see here we've got all sorts of control mechanisms. It's easy to find for everybody on board. But then if we go down the starboard hull, it's only a few short steps down, and this takes you into another one of the heads compartments. This is going to be like the guest heads or day heads, but it's equally as impressive. Loved all the woodwork finish that's in here, the headroom that's in here, again separate toilet and shower. But it's just all the details and finishing touches that goes into it. This doesn't feel like a mass-produced yacht in any shape or form. Heading aft, you can see here we've got the guest cabin. You get the double berth, those drawers on the side here, but there's also storage underneath the bed. And then we've got near full height hanging locker space as well. We've got the courtesy lights as we head up the steps. And then I'll take you across the passageway to the port hall. You'll get a good view here of also the handrail that's in place to make it easier. And there's 2 cabins down this side, so there's 4 cabins in total. And then here we've got another double berth. It's an island berth that's easily accessible on either side. There's storage lockers on both sides, This one's en suite. Again with that separate toilet and shower, unique finishing touches, and extremely solid build quality. Anytime I was on board and I was opening in any of the drawers or doors or whatever, everything's solid. You don't feel any flexing in anything, you don't feel anything being out of place or anything like that. And then we've got a twin guest cabin, and again you can see there's storage underneath those beds as well. And then as I head back out, get a better view of that galley and also that bar section. And you'll see what I mean about the door can slide open, and then that window can slide open as well. And that way the aft cockpit becomes part of the interior. Plenty of countertop space there. But if I take you down into one of the engine compartments, because this being a catamaran, there's one on each side. The yacht's powered by twin MAN V8 diesels. These are 1300 horsepower each. They've got the ZF665 gearboxes. We also have twin Fisher Panda 15,000 I series generators. You get just under 2,500 gallons of fuel, 556 gallons of water, and 80 gallons of holding tank capacity. But look how accessible everything is. Look how clean and well maintained it all is. Look how it's been labelled. It's been designed. Everything's been carefully thought out so that if you have to do any servicing or maintenance or repairs, especially if you're going to do this seriously offshore, it would be an easy boat to do this on. Especially the amount of light that's in here, it doesn't feel like a crammed claustrophobic feeling when you're walking around the engine room. And then up on the aft cockpit, I also like the fact that this one's got an outdoor head compartment. That way if you're into swimming, diving, whatever, you don't have to come through the accommodation to use the heads. You see here we've got a very spacious cockpit table and seating. We've actually got multiple drawer, fridge and freezer here. And then this is where it gets really unique for my channel, because this one doesn't have a flybridge. Instead, it's got a helicopter. So we've got a flying bridge. But there's plenty of space up here, not only to carry it, but to launch and retrieve the helicopter. There is also seating up here as well. If we move forward, you get easy access to all the electronics, including the forward-looking infrared. And you can see there's seating on the bow, as well as a deck crane up here, if you had ever wanted to use that instead. Such a rare example, and it's certainly turned heads for everybody walking along the pontoons at this year's Fort Lauderdale Boat Show. And as I make my way down to the bathing platform, this one has got everything you could possibly need, from a grilling station to it's even got a docking station back here. And that makes close quarter maneuvering. Again, it's joystick controlled, so even I could bring this one in with confidence. It's also geared up with the multifunction displays, which you can also hook up to the cameras as well. But since you've got the helicopter up top, this one's got a tender garage underneath as well. So you get the best of both worlds. This is an extremely privileged opportunity, and I'd like to thank my friends at Look Brown Yachts for the opportunity to come on board, as well as meeting the owner of Valder Yachts. I'm going to leave a link to both their websites in the description, but as always I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments. You can leave a comment down below. If you haven't done so already, you can hit that like and subscribe button. It really does make a difference, and I look forward to catching you on the next one. Thanks everyone.